Alright, what's going on, you guys? Nick here with Nick Strength and Power, and welcome to another episode of Nick Strength and Vlogs. Thank you guys for coming over to this channel. Make sure you subscribe if you have not subscribed already, and make sure you give these videos a thumbs up. It really helps out a lot. So the topic of today's video is going to be answering this question right here. Are you on speaking terms with Kenny KO? I think that's a fantastic question. I think it's definitely relevant based on the video I made a couple days ago about other bodybuilding channels. So for those of you that don't know, there's a lot of drama between me and Kenny KO. You know, last year, I think in the fall, there's a lot of drama between Kenny KO and a lot of different channels, but in particular with me and Kenny, Kenny was making videos calling me out, and at the time, I felt like Kenny had copied a lot of my videos, which he did, and he admitted to, and he apologized for. So I felt, you know, kind of personally attacked, and I was actually pretty pissed off at the fact that he was making these videos calling me out, when in fact I felt that he had based the majority of his channel off of videos that I had made, in particular the Brad Castleberry videos. In one particular scenario, he actually took a video I made and muted the track on that video and just re-voiced over what I said, but in his words. So that's kind of where the thing between me and Kenny started. But in the end, Kenny actually apologized to me. He admitted to copying my channel, and I thought that was actually very respectable. So to answer the question, are me and Kenny on speaking terms now? Yes, we actually are. We DM each other from time to time. And the reason for that is I actually do believe that people can change. I do believe people can, you know, make a change for the better. And recently what I've seen with Kenny's content, you know, he had a lot of controversial content in the past. But in particular, this past couple weeks with the Arnold Classic content, with the in-person call-outs that he does, one thing that really stuck out to me is a person that he had a lot of drama with and a lot of beef with, Heba Ali. He went up to her in person, talked to her, apologized to her, and they actually hugged it out in the end. Where in the past, you know, there was a lot of tension and a lot of drama between the two, and rightfully so. And he basically says to her, you know, it's never my intention to try to ruin your career. You know, I'm just here to try to get the truth and call people out that I think are faking certain things. And I thought that was actually really commendable. And I think actually what Kenny does is something that most people don't have the balls to do. Kenny not only calls these people out online, some of them might be rightfully call outs and some of them might not be, but he calls these people out online, but he doesn't just call them out online. When he sees them in person, he says the same thing to their face, which I think is actually very commendable, because there's so many fake people in this industry that, you know, they'll talk shit about you online, and then when they see you in person, it's all hugs and handshakes. So I think for Kenny to actually keep that same energy when he meets these people in person is something that's actually respectable. And I think what Kenny does, even though sometimes he makes mistakes, and everybody makes mistakes, and he's made a lot of mistakes in the past, I think the fact that he does what he does and he does it in person, I think someone actually does need to do that, because there are a lot of fake people in this industry. There are people that use fake weights. There's people that Photoshop their pictures. There's people that claim natty that aren't natty. And there's no way to really call everybody out accurately every single time. But to call the people out that are actually fake, I think is something that somebody needs to do. And I think Kenny is the guy that is doing that. And I think he's doing it in a very ballsy way. But I think the fact that he's trying to take his channel in a more positive direction, and he said that several times, he's trying to change the way he does things and really focus on just getting the truth and not focus on doing things that are going to damage people's careers and reputations if they don't deserve it, I think is actually very commendable. And the fact that he made amends with all these people at the Arnold Classic, I think is also very commendable. And we were actually going to do a video at the Arnold if we ran into each other. But unfortunately, if you guys went to the Arnold Classic, you guys know there was basically no cell phone service there at all. So when we were trying to link up, and when Kenny messaged me asking where I was, it wasn't letting me reply. So you would have seen a video of me and Kenny on Kenny's channel, probably, you know, shaking hands or hugging it out or making amends, whatever the case is. I have no problem with Kenny right now. In the past, I did literally pretty much hate him, but now, like I said, I do think people can change, and I do think people deserve a second chance, and I do think people, you know, have the right, or should have the right to the opportunity to apologize and be forgiven. So right now we're cool. I don't know if anything ever happens again, if I'm going to forgive him a second time, but right now I don't have any problem with Kenny KO. I think what he's doing now, I think he's back on the right track of trying to you know, make things right and go on a more positive direction with his channel versus what his channel used to be. So I think that's respectable, I think that's commendable, and that's my opinion on Kenny KO. So thank you guys for watching the video. Please give it a thumbs up if you did enjoy it. Nick Strength and Power, signing out.